is Shanna, and I never really wanted to do too much lovey-dovey, peace and love. I wanted it to have a lot of substance, but with everything that's going on in the world today, and seeing all the hate coming from all different directions, I thought, yeah, okay, you need to spill some love, because that's what I've got in me, and that is a choice that I made a long time ago. So I am going to explain what I believe that we can do to help change this world, and I think it starts right in the individual. I believe the only thing I can do is, first and foremost, look at me and look inward and make sure that my heart is good and my actions are good and that I am fair and that I am coming from a place of love. And if I get mad and I start to want to engage, is it coming from a place of hate, or is it coming from a place of defensiveness, or is it coming from a place of love and understanding, to make sure I separate the two. So as my individual job is to make sure that I keep a good, solid love in my heart. And basically what I'm trying to say is that I can't change how other people think. I can't change how other people feel. I can try to inspire that hope and change in them, but I can't actually do that for them. What I can control is the way I view the world and the way I see people and I view people. And because of that, I know that I have the control to keep love in my heart and not to have hatred, and to treat everyone fairly, no matter what color their skin is, or what their situation is, or what their background is. That is something that I can control. So I will always try to do what feels good and feels right to myself. And I think we can usually feel and know what is good or bad. And usually when people are portraying hate and putting hate out there and throwing out there so easily, it's usually a reflection of what's going on inside. So I make sure that if I'm starting to feel me get to a place where I'm throwing a little bit of shade or hate, to make sure that that's not what's really happening, to bring it back and guard my heart and make sure that I'm coming from a place of love and not allowing hate to take over, because it's like a disease. And once you start with a little bit and a little bit, and you're following this and watching this, it can just take over. And as my mom used to say, you need to guard your heart. So if you are going out there into the world and you're surrounding yourself with the hate that's going on and surrounding yourself with the negativity, that's what you're gonna feel. So we need to push out more love. We need to push out more positivity. And I've always think it's silly to say positive and I'm so positive, and that can seem so kind of empty, but I've never seen it needed so much like it has in the last couple weeks. So that is what I wanted to start with. And then the second thing that I believe we can do, besides making sure that we don't have hate in our heart and that we don't discriminate, and we aren't the problem. We're not the person out there that is treating people differently, but treating everyone the same. The second thing I think that we can do as an individual to change and make a difference is to stand up when you see something bad going on. When you see something or someone who's not able to defend themselves, you stand up for them. And this, I think, would be the hardest thing, because I can look back, and over the last couple of weeks I looked back to all the situations in my life, and I can see where racism and hate was so there, and I didn't do anything about it, and I knew better and I didn't do better. And so I've decided that is not going to be me anymore. And anytime I see a situation, I hope that I am brave enough to stand up for that person, and then to fight for them, or to help them. And I do not believe in fighting hate with hate. I think that we need to counteract it with love, because fueling hate with hate is only adding negativity and adding more energy to what we all really don't want, which is hate. So I believe that we need to counteract it and take our energy into all of the great beauty that is this world and that what we are seeing. And the protesters, the peaceful protesters who are coming together, and the cops that are joining the protest, and the people who are standing up for each other, and just all of the greatness that we're seeing, all the good things that we're not getting shown as much because the negativity is fueling our TVs and fueling our social media. It needs to be brought to the light. So after I finish speaking and talking, I just have a clip of some of this beautiful stuff that I see that's going on that I would love to push forward. So with that said, I think the number one thing you can do is don't be the problem, don't be the hater. Be someone who comes from a place of love, and check yourself before you wreck yourself. And then also make sure you stand up for what is right. When you see something and you feel in your gut something's not right, stand up for that person. Stand up for the situation and stand up for what is right. Because we're in the midst of a battle between good and bad and evil, and we need to make sure that we do not let evil or bad or hate win. So we will bring love forward to everybody, and that is what I can personally do as an individual. That's my advice for anybody who's like, well, what can I do? Well, start with your own heart and start with standing up when you see something bad happening. So here's a couple little clips of some beautiful coming together moments that I think we so badly need.
He loves a person and hates the evil deed. And I think this is what Jesus meant when he said, love your enemies. And I'm happy that he didn't say like your enemies, because it's pretty difficult to like some people. It's difficult to like people bombing your home and threatening your children and kicking you about. But Jesus says love them, and love is greater than like. Love is understanding, creative, redemptive goodwill for all men.
What did he say to you when he came up?
America is essentially a dream. It is a dream of a land where men of all races, of all nationalities, and of all creeds can live together as brothers. The substance of the dream is expressed in these profound words. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. It's true that if America is to remain a first-class nation, she can no longer have second-class citizens.